Hey everybody, it's Tom Yatar and welcome. This is a very special video here tonight, and we're going to be teaching you all about a private program that's going to help you increase your Bitcoins. It's so private, I can't even tell you the name of it. So let's go there right now. Here we go. We are live here on this awesome webinar. Thank you so much for coming out. We have some amazing, awesome, famous people. You guys see Mr. Tony DiPaolo, Mr. Crypto for the People, Sean Davis in the house. We got Paul Rubenstein. And then we got one of our awesome special guests tonight, the CEO of a great company that we're actually going to be a private company that we're going to be sharing with you about, because we can't tell you the name. There's reasons why. But anyways, his name is Joe Ugadev, right? Ugadev?
It's close enough. It's close enough. Yeah, good diet.
How do you say it? How do you say
yeah,
it,
good
Joe?
diet.
Yeah,
we're going to need another half an hour just for that. Yeah, good diet.
I love that last name. I think it's Russian, right? Russian?
My parents are from Russia, yeah.
Awesome. Guys, we want to come out to you tonight because I know that a lot of you know us from YouTube, and you guys know that we are always researching different companies, and we're always looking for like legit companies, ones that are going to be around, ones that are not going to get in trouble with the United States and the government and all this stuff. So we're looking for very valid companies, and we actually got the privilege of talking with Joe tonight, which he's a CEO of a private company that we're actually going to be researching and asking them questions about, where it's actually going to help people, do very well online. And it's very private. And we have our questions to ask Mr. Joe here. So Joe, tell us about your private company that we're going to talk about here.
Yeah, awesome. Tom and the rest of the gang, thanks for having me out here. I'm pretty excited. And again, having a company and being an owner of a company is exciting enough, but having people like Tom, Sean, and Tony and Paul and other leaders, it makes it even more exciting because we're working with the best of the best in the industry, and they chose us out of everybody else, and that's pretty cool, and I appreciate you guys. So as Tom mentioned, we have a private. It's kind of I would say a private company, a private club. Where we went into the cryptocurrency space back about 6 months ago. All right, so we're actually heading towards our 6-month anniversary. It's been a crazy ride, a wild ride. I mean, we've been in this. My partner and I, we've been in the industry for a long time, but we didn't want to miss the boat on cryptocurrency, and everybody knows what's going on with that right now. Bitcoins and the rest of the altcoins. It's just it's a great place to be in. You guys can make a lot of money if you know what you're doing. But not a lot of people know what they're doing when it comes to cryptocurrency, and just buying Bitcoins or other coins. You can make money, but it's not enough. So what we did was we decided to create this business opportunity, a private club, where we teach people how to open up a savings account, and we trade the cryptocurrency for you while you sit back and let the professionals do all the work. So we've been having a very successful ride, and we're really looking forward to 2018.
Your sound's off, Tom.
You're muted.
Oh, can you guys hear me now?
Yeah.
Can you guys hear me? Okay. Yeah, and tonight we actually have some questions probably from our awesome panelists tonight. And, we can just kind of go down the line here on what you guys, if you guys have any questions. I guess we can start with Mr. Tony. So Tony, what do you have any questions for Joe tonight?
Yeah, really. I just have like one or two quick questions. It might have been addressed, but I haven't seen it anywhere. My biggest question is when we, put our money in with the savings, and we're earning our daily. It's a contract of what was it like 200 trading days or something, or
Yes, we have you have a 200 business day contract. So it's Monday through Friday, and what we do is we trade your bitcoins, and we potentially can give you up to 1% a day in return.
Okay. So my main question is just so I have it right, so I know the true, return on, ROI and whatnot, is at the end of the contract, is our principal, our savings principal still there, or is that included with the payout?
Well, everything is included. So by the end of the 200th day contract, you actually double the Bitcoin that you authorized us to trade for you. So let's say you put in one Bitcoin. After 200 business days, you get 2 Bitcoins back. If you put 2 with us, you get 4 Bitcoins back. And that's what we try to do. Obviously, there are no guarantees. We are trading, and sometimes we have good trades, sometimes we have bad trades. But what we have is pretty much a stable anywhere from 2 to 4% a day. So this is how we keep the sustainability where we can pay up to 1% to our private clients.
Okay, that's awesome. So basically, then the next question is, in order to keep money in there, we would have to like compound it. We could keep adding to it as we get paid out if we choose to, and we can do that on a daily basis, or no?
Right. Well, I wouldn't use the word compound because if you take the literal meaning of compound, there won't be enough bitcoins or there won't be enough cryptocurrency to go around if that's the case. So we have a straightforward 200-day business contract. So this way, whatever you put in, we double it in 200 days, and then at this point, you can do whatever you want. I mean, this is your money. It belongs to you. Now, if you want to get out of the contract and use that money, it's yours. If you want to reinvest back along with the profits, that's already also your choice. But we're going to be starting a new 200-day contract.
Oh, okay.
So,
I got you.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe you could go in depth about like going before you actually expire after the 200 business days. Explain to them how that works, where you pay the difference and you package and so on and so forth.
I'm sorry, you were cutting out a little bit. What was that, Paul?
I was saying, if you could go a little more into depth with upgrading to the next package by paying the difference instead of letting it expire after 200 business days.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of our clients, what they love to do is, first, they want to get their little toes wet before they jump all in. So everybody starts off slow, but as they see the progress day after day, day in and day out, a lot of people say, hey, maybe I put 1 Bitcoin, I want to put more. Maybe I put a half a Bitcoin, or I started off with a quarter Bitcoin. It doesn't matter, but they see the results that they're getting. So they obviously have the ability to upgrade. Now, the beautiful thing about the upgrade is you only pay the difference to the next contract. Okay, so let's say if you're at 1 Bitcoin now, and the next contract is at 2 Bitcoins, you don't put in 2 Bitcoins, you're already at 1 Bitcoin, so you're just going to pay the difference. So you're going to add 1 more Bitcoins, and that's going to get you to the next level. So now you'll be at 2 Bitcoins, earning up to 1% on 2 Bitcoins. And let me just make it clear, and this is very important, and I want people to understand, transparency is a blessing to everyone. Everyone wants to know who they're dealing with, and I'll tell you one thing, that first of all, I am one of the owners. My partner is not here at the moment, but you always have access to us, and if you have any questions, or if you want to have a get together or a meet and greet, we'll try to make ourselves available. So that's very important, because you want to know who you're doing business with. That's number one. Now, Number two, which is very, very important, many different programs or different companies, they claim that you are actually making money with them, but you're not. And the only way to tell the difference, who's real and who's not, is when you join a company and you look at the back office and it shows you a dollar sign. Okay, so you invested Bitcoins, but your back office gives you the value of the Bitcoins in USD. You already lost. Okay. Our private club, what we do is we solely just use Bitcoins. So it's Bitcoins in, Bitcoins out. So whatever the market is, that's what you guys get paid for, up to one. You get paid for up to 1%. Now, if you are in one of these programs that have the dollar sign, you know what happens? They claim that they will double your money. So let's say today Bitcoins is $20,000, and you deposit that money, and in the back office it shows you the value, how much you deposited. So you paid with Bitcoins. It shows you 20 grand, right? Now they give you 1%, 2%, 3% a day, or whatever it is that whatever number they throw out there. And then after a few weeks or a few months or whatever it is, you see that from 20,000, all of a sudden the dollar value is 40,000. And you're like, wow, I just doubled my money. Great, man. Let me take that out. Now, when you take that money out in Bitcoins, you can potentially take the same Bitcoin that you put in, because in 3 months or 4 months, that Bitcoin value went up. So now it's 20,000. In 3 months, it's going to be 40,000. So what happened? You actually took out the same Bitcoin that you put in a few months back. So instead of going through the company, you can actually just hold those Bitcoins in your wallet and just ride with it and let it grow. But what we do is we're very honest, we're very transparent with our clients, and we tell them and we teach them and educate them about how to truly profit from our club, profit from our business model, where we only deal with cryptocurrency and all the Bitcoins that come in, we pay out in Bitcoin. So this way, you win in two ways. Number one, you double your Bitcoins, and number two, the value of the Bitcoins will go up after a 200-day contract. All right, we all know that, looking at the history of Bitcoins. So obviously it's going to go up. So if you did invest $20,000, which is one Bitcoin, and you get back two, that doesn't mean you're going to get back 40,000. That can potentially mean you're going to get back maybe 80,000 or 100,000, because the value of Bitcoin went up. So that's what our clients love about our business model and our honesty and transparency. And you know what? We never guarantee anything, because we actually do trade. We actually do have a mining facility, and as we all know, you have those good days and you have those bad days. But it's better to be honest up front than to promise you something that is not possible. So I think that's very important to just make sure everybody understands that.
I had a question with regards to what Paul was asking with adding to, going to a bigger package. Let's say you're 100 days into the contract and you want to add to it. Does that start you another contract with the difference, since is included with the payments? Because otherwise you wouldn't make anything on that additional deposit. Right.
Well, we have a very smart system, so everything is being calculating accordingly. Nobody ever loses money with the math behind our software. So the system does everything for you. If you do pay the difference, it would already calculate the percentage bar and where you're supposed to be at.
Okay, gotcha.
All right, so Mr. Sean Davis, are you ready to ask some questions here, my friend?
Sure, man. Hey, nice to meet you, Joe. I know that you guys are into trading, and I think I saw something that you guys had a couple of different like trading companies that you work with, one in Japan and maybe one in US. I could be wrong, but I wonder if you talk about that, and then also talk about, like, I'm a former stockbroker, and I always thought that it would be like, I saw some of these models out there that people had, and I compare them to like a mutual fund. This is nothing like that. But what I'm saying is, I always thought that it would be great to have an account like this that actually did real trading and real mining sort of like a mutual fund would, but not, obviously not, but in the same, you know what I mean? That was really doing trading and mining. And I'm just wondering how easy is it for you guys? Because I see like the volatility in the market, and I figure there's got to be some great returns that like traders can get on a daily basis. I'm just wondering, like, how easy is it for you guys to kind of sort of hit your targets on your payouts with the traders? And just tell me a little bit about like the trading in Japan.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
US.
Absolutely. We have different trading strategies. So we firmly believe not to put our eggs in one basket. So obviously, we take full responsibility of our clients' Bitcoins. They trusted us with their Bitcoins, and we have the team to actually take those Bitcoins and put them in the right place where they need to be. So a lot of those Bitcoins are being deposited in different places, and we use different strategies, and I will explain some of those strategies so the viewers can understand exactly what is our work behind this great company. So one of the things we have a trading company out in Japan. That's where most of our Bitcoins go. Okay, maybe I would say 40 to 50% of our Bitcoins go there, because what we have with them is more of a steady daily payout return with that company. So it's anywhere between 2 to 3%. Okay. Now remember, we pay our clients up to 1%. So everything I'm saying, you'll kind of mathematically understand how this is sustainable and why we're doing great. And even though 6 months in the cryptocurrency space is a long time, I'll be honest with you. I have businesses that I've owned before, and if I told them, hey, I've been in business for 6 months, they're like, oh, you're still a baby. But when it comes to cryptocurrency, if you don't have the right model, you're not going to last for 2 weeks. And we had those programs, close their doors because they didn't have what we have. All right, so 6 months is considered a long time when it comes to the cryptocurrency space. But this is where we're just getting started, and everything is really doing well at this point. So one of the strategies is we have that contract out in Japan where most of our Bitcoins go there. We have a sustainable, consistent 2 to 3%. Now, again, when I say 2 to 3%, it's not guaranteed. It's not something that you're going to see every day. Sometimes we get 0.5%, sometimes we get 6%. It really, but just it's more consistent around the 2 to 3% area. Okay, and that's where we feel more comfortable to put most of our Bitcoins, because there's more consistent with the trades. Now, we do have traders, personal traders that we have out in the U.S. One of them is actually our licensed broker who you can purchase Bitcoins from. They do trading as well. Now, they're more, I guess I would say the risky type, but we love them because they can give us 30% a week, which is amazing. 15%, 30%, sometimes 50% a week. And what their strategy is, they do arbitrage. Okay, so I'm sure you heard of that term. They buy, sell, whatever they do, they do it quickly and they do it instantly, and that's it. That's where they make their money. So it's more risky, but it's more rewarding. And that's, I would say probably 20% goes there. But what we're doing right now in 2018, we do have a mining facility out in New Jersey. But obviously everybody knows, the electricity is a big factor here. But we have a facility out in the Netherlands. We have actually 2 in the Netherlands and in the UK, which we're right now signing a contract in 2018 in January. So next month coming up, we're signing a contract where we're going to build our machines there, because the electricity is cheaper. And we're going to get the probably the best machines out there. I don't know if you heard. I can't even tell you enough about this, but this is something that my partner can talk to you about. I'm more focused on the trades. He does more. He understands more of the mining, but it's called X11. Those are the newest machines out there. And what our partners did with in the Netherlands with the mining contracts that we have, they actually have they worked out the chips that go into the machines where they can mine different coins. So that's pretty exciting because that's the newest thing that's out there right now. And with those machines, we can actually have anywhere between 2 to 6% a day. And also depending how many machines we have. So we are looking to sign, contracts that is in the millions. I will not say exactly how much, but depending on how many machines you have running. But if you can have a sustainable 2 to 6% on mining, that's even a greater foundation, because mining is better than trading when it comes to sustaining business in the concept that in the business model that we have. Trading is more rewarding. Mining is more sustainable, but mining takes a longer process. Okay, with trading you can get fast results, better results, but with this new technology, the mining machines are actually going to do probably better than what we're doing with the trading. So that's something that's coming up in 2018. So again, a lot of people are asking about the sustainability. Well, I just gave you a few different strategies that we use, and if we are paying our clients up to 1%, okay, so far it's been pretty consistent with 1%, but we never guarantee any kind of results. But if we're paying our clients up to 1% and we having 30% week or 10% day or 15% day or 60% month, then you see where the numbers are actually in the company's favor, and that should make you happy, because as long as the company is sustainable, that makes me more comfortable to invest and maybe bring your family and friends and show them what we're all about.
Right. So, okay.
So I hope I answered
me?
your question, Sean. Yeah.
You guys hear me?
Thanks for answering that. That was great.
All right, awesome.
All right. So real fast. Before we went on the webinar here today, Joe, were you saying that we're going to max out the max of investors? Can you explain that more in depth?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's one of the things that a lot of people are asking me when we say max out. We don't mean we're going to close the doors and say bye-bye. That just means we have a very different strategy than any other company out there. We don't care to be the biggest, but we care more about our members. So if we need to temporarily close our doors when we reach, let's say, 5,000 clients or 10,000 clients, we're just going to do that temporarily so we can make sure that our clients, we satisfied them because they put our trust in us, and we want to give them what we promised but not guaranteed. So we want to make sure that they're happy, they get their, they're in profit, they haven't lost any money, and once we assess, how much money is coming in and how much money is going out, we can comfortably reopen or relaunch our business and bring the next batch of 5,000 and the next batch of 10,000. But at least the first batch is already in profit. They're happy, and we're good with them. So we don't care to have 100,000 members and be in debt. That's not a smart way to build a business. We rather do it slowly and outlast everybody else and give 100% of our clients their profit and help them succeed in life, instead of just worrying about being all over the place saying, hey, at least we have 500,000 people in our company. That doesn't mean anything. How many people are actually making money? How many people are actually in profit? How many people are actually successful? That is the question you need to ask, and we are shooting for 100%.
And just so there's no confusion on that, Joe, you said, like, if you close the doors temporarily, for the existing people, the existing members such as ourselves and whoever's in at that time, we're still earning. You're not saying that you're closing doors to where we're not earning anymore temporarily. We're still earning. It's just you're not bringing in, we're not allowing new members, correct?
Absolutely, absolutely. You're going to still earn the daily. You're going to still earn from the affiliate side, because you have to understand, if you have a team, and I don't know if we got to even speak about the affiliate side, which is a binary comp plan, but the binary comp plan is a residual compensation plan. A lot of people don't understand, because usually what happens in the binary, you get paid once, and the way it's being calculated, and that's it. But what happens is, in your organization, whoever upgrades or whoever renews their contract, you get paid on them again. So it's kind of a residual thing that's happening in your organization over and over and over. So the payments won't stop if we close the doors. You're still going to be earning the daily. You're still going to be earning the binary. And remember, this is only temporarily. And when I say temporarily, it could mean maybe for a few days, or maybe it could mean just a week. I'm not saying it's going to happen in a whole year. You have to wait until until we reopen, because remember, the most important is we have to assess how much money we have in our account, how much money is coming in, and how much money is going out. Once we hit our target of 10,000 members, and we see that we're doing very well, we might not even have to close down anything. Maybe we'll just continue. But if we feel like we need to take a break, make sure our clients are happy first, they're in profit, then it's going to be like a very short time. I probably won't. I probably would say not more than a month. That's what I can tell you now.
Another question. I'm glad you brought up the binary thing. I have a question. On the binary, you need, stop me if I'm wrong, you need two personal personals to earn the commissions on the binary, correct?
Yes, one on the right and one on the left.
Okay, so let's say
instead of waiting 200 business day contract, you can actually shorten that contract by referring your friends and family to the business, because this way we pay your commissions up front instead of the normal 1% a day. Maybe on that day you'll make 5% or 10% or 20%, depending on the volume of team effort you have in your organization, so that you can actually be in profit within 2 weeks or a month, depending on your work ethic.
Right. Okay. So another question real quick is, let's say you don't have your two people, you only have one person, and it's building on, say, the left side or the right side or what have you. And once you do get your second person, do you get paid retroactive from the ones that you missed, or no?
Well, the way it works is, again,
as
in
far
order
as
to
the
get
volume,
paid, you need to have.
I'm saying because
Right,
you have the
you have
volume,
the right
but you don't have the two personals, and then you get your two personals. Do you get paid on your volume at that point, or no? You don't. It doesn't go back.
There's the good news. The bad news is, if you don't have your two personals, you don't get paid on the binary. You have to have one on the right, one on the left. But the good news is, again, the way we structured it, you never lose your team volume. Okay, 100 bitcoins on one leg accumulating, it's still there. You don't lose it. But as soon as you get qualified with another client you referred, that's when you start weaker leg. So on the weaker leg, you make money daily, but your business, the way this works is, a lot of people understand the binary, but I will say this because a lot of people also don't understand the details in the binary. A lot of people will tell you, well, the binary, we know how the binary works. You get paid on the weaker leg, which is correct. But your business is worth what your greater leg is, because the weaker leg only pays you for that day, but it gets deducted from the bigger leg. So if you have 200 bitcoins on one leg, and you have just a few bitcoins here, you'll get paid on that day, but eventually you're going to get paid on all those 200 bitcoins. Okay, so your business is worth hundreds and thousands of dollars just because you have that volume. So the greater leg is always there. You never lose it, and even when you reach the 200-day contract, that's when everything stops in your account. but you still don't get booted off the system. The only thing is you just don't get paid until you reactivate the account, and everything will continue as normal. So you don't lose any of your volume, even if you reach the 200% mark. As soon as you activate or reactivate your account, you're going to continue getting paid on your whole organization that you build in that time frame.
Gotcha. Awesome. Okay, thanks.
Great.
Okay, cool. Hey, Sean, do you have any other questions, my friend?
I didn't know if you could touch on something I thought was really cool was the way that you're set up. It's not in a way like I like to call it like a private trust. Is there something you can talk about?
Yeah, absolutely.
I know that you're setting up, you know, in a way that's really you know, beneficial to the members and lasting a long time. I didn't know if you could talk about that or if it's something you're not going to talk about. And I also know that you're going through like a makeover, and I wondered when that would sort of happen.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's safe to say that you're probably referring about our, you know, flying, because that's one of the biggest issues. You know, when people do want to invest in a business model like we have, you know, obviously, is this safe? Are they going to get shut down tomorrow? So to tell you, the SEC, the FTC, the IRS, and all these other agencies, they always come after you because you are not protected. Okay, you have to be protected in order for them to back off. And we are probably the only company on U.S. soil that is being protected by the best attorneys here, and risk management and compliance team of the United States. So, and also this includes international members as well, and working outside U.S. soil as well. So yes, we do. Everything will be out in public and on record. But at this point, we are, you know, we're just doing the paperwork and everything right now. So, but if anybody asks me from this moment, are we compliant? And from this moment, are we to invest in your business opportunity? My answer is absolutely yes.
That's great. And are you guys are going through like a makeover maybe?
Sure. Yeah. There's a lot of stuff. Again, we don't try to have the prettiest website or the most attracting website. I'll tell you the truth. As an owner, I think our website is ugly, and it might get even uglier. Okay. But again, our number one priority is to do the right thing and be compliant. Okay. And not draw the attention of all these agencies that are just coming out here with no reason whatsoever and knock on your door and say, hey, you're doing this and you're doing this and you can't do this and you can't do that. So we don't want to draw the attention, and our members will have to comply to many things that is going to be in our terms and conditions, like you know, not promoting on social media with income proof, because we don't want that. We're against that as owners, and it's illegal, and we can't, you know, we don't want to get our members in trouble, let alone our company in trouble. So our goal is not only to protect the company, our goal is to protect the members. Okay. And this way, if you do what you need to do, it's going to be a nice harmony, a good relationship, and you help us grow and we help you grow, and that's how you're going to sustain this business for a very long time.
That's great. Hey, thanks for answering that. Tom sort of shared with me like some like I've never seen so much like proof of mining, and Tom shared a little bit with me just like in private, like what you shared with him, and I was super impressed with like I literally saw like receipts where you bought the miners, and you know, video of you in New Jersey, you know, in New Jersey mining area. And I see that once you're part of the club, you can see the trading reports inside. And I'm really excited about this. These X11. I mean, I didn't know you could actually do like 2 to 6% in mining. That's impressive, man. So I'm
that's crazy.
super stoked that you guys have set it up this way and that you guys are super transparent like that. As far as like the trading reports, like I can see them back. How often do those come out, or are those just sort of examples, or they come out every couple of weeks? No. I didn't know, the basis of
that. They're actually weekly reports. They're live reports. They're not samples. That's exactly, everybody can see the stability of the trading and what we make a day, and also it shows you at the end of the report, it shows you how much went in and how much came out. So these are actually live trading reports that we get from our company out in Japan. So everybody can see. I mean, we don't have to be honest with you. A lot of people are saying, do you guys trade? And our word should be enough, but because we know what happened in the past where other companies said they traded but they never did, right now people they make it a mandatory for us to show them something. But again, by law, we don't have to show you anything. We can tell you, yes, we mine and yes, we trade, and then you have to decide if that's what you want to invest your money in. But we go a step ahead and say, hey, listen, yes, we trade, yes, we mine, boom, here's the documents, now make your decision. But we don't even have to do that. But again, to build that trust because of what happened in the past with other companies, we take that step and say, we got nothing to hide. This is what we're doing.
That's great, man. I tell you what, I'm super excited when I see that. I mean, it means the world to actually have like knowledge that, like, you know what I mean? Like that. And it's a shame that the environment's sort of like that at times, that you want to see that, but it's super cool that you've done that for me and some of the guys here. So I just wanted to thank you for setting up something that you can like feel comfortable about, because
absolutely,
it's one thing to guess that this is going on, but it's another thing to know. So super cool, man. Thanks a lot, Joe, for all you've done so far.
Oh, it's my pleasure. And again, I don't know if I mentioned it in the beginning, but Sean and Paul and Tom and Tony, I mean, you guys are top leaders in the industry. And and this is what I tell. We have a lot of leaders that are coming in every day from other companies because they see what we have. And you know what? I think that proves enough what our company is all about, because leaders like yourselves don't just jump into a company because somebody told you to. You have the experience, you have the knowledge, and you're saying, hey, I got 100,000 followers, I got 50,000 followers, and if I go in and they come after me, I need to know exactly what I'm getting into. I'm not just going to dive in because you tell me or you send me a link on Facebook or something like that. So, for anybody that is watching, the people that you see on the screen right now, that is proof enough for you guys to make a decision, because these people are the kind of leaders that every owner dreams to have. So, I applaud all of you, and I appreciate all of you and your hard work. Thank you.
I like the fact that you're not like promoting this like it's like there's 700 like there's a company right now, I won't mention any names, but there's 700,000 people in it right now, and there's so many eyeballs on it right now that it's raising the wrong attention to the wrong types of people that's gonna get it closed down. And I love that you're making this where you're like making it for the people, where you're going to max out crypto for the people, right? But anyway, for the people, where it's like you're saying like 10,000. I'm going to close down for a little bit to make sure our people are taken care of, and then we'll open up to 10,000 more. So this is never going to be in a place where we're going to have 700,000 people, correct? It's only going to max out at like 20,000. Is that right?
Tom, I'll be honest with you. That's not my goal. But if that's where we're going and that's where we're going to get to, at least we're going to do it the right way. And we're not going to do it like overnight. all of a sudden we have 700,000 people that we don't know what to do with. It might take us a few years, or because we have a more of a, we control the amount of people that come in. We control the growth of the company. So it might take us maybe a few years to get 700,000 people. It's not what we're shooting for, but if it grows to that, at least we will be, strong to hold that many people and to continue growing to even over 1 million people.
Right, and you're protecting it too, so that's really good. Like you're
absolutely.
I mean, share with us the story about how you met with like a compliance team and everything. That's what people want to hear too.
Actually, the whole day. I mean, it's been 12 hours, and I literally ran to do this webinar and get on here. But that's what we've been talking about. 12 hours straight. Actually, it started last night, but last night it was more of like, having dinner and just breaking the ice. My wife was with us, and they brought their wives, so we had a good time. We had dinner. But since this morning, it was all business. It was all about what we're doing to protect the company, what are we doing to protect the members, what do we need to do to change the website, or what terms and conditions do we need to add. And the things that they were saying is like, I am so pumped up and feel so safe within my own company, because as an owner, you also are concerned. What happens if you do come to a point where somebody knocks on your door and says, hey, show me this and show me that, and you're doing this wrong or you're doing this right. But right now, I don't even, I don't have to worry about that, because I have a team of lawyers, that are on U.S. soil, and I have a team of international attorneys to take care of us in any state, in any country, all over the world. So we are 100% safe.
That's awesome.
I tell you what, I heard, I saw like the proof and all that stuff, but I saw some sort of recording where I saw one of your compliance guys speak, Joe, and dude, he talked for like 15 minutes, and I was just like, this is the, you know what I mean? Like, it was just right on everything he was saying. He had some really smart ideas. I don't want to say what they are. I don't know if it's like a secret or whatever, but like some really smart ideas on how you're setting up the club. Yeah. Okay. But, dude, I was like, this is it right here. So when I heard your compliance, and when I heard the compliance guy speak, I thought it was going to be boring. He was like, I'm going to interject. I want to talk. He's the compliance guy. I was like, oh my God. And it was like, I was like, everything he said made sense in the environment that we're in right now. And so when I saw the proof, and then I heard him speak about what you guys are doing to shore up your whole system and your whole club, man, I was like, this is the thing right here. So
absolutely,
the compliance is awesome.
Yeah, they blow my mind. It's beyond me. Obviously, I'll just be honest. I don't know that much about the compliance and what rules and regulations we have to follow. But listen, we pay top dollar for the best attorneys and for the best risk management and compliance team to protect us. And again, for those who don't understand how these agencies work, the ones that come after you, they only come after you not because you're doing something illegal. That's getting in trouble for on top of everything else. So obviously we don't have that problem, because we're obviously we're not doing anything that's illegal. We're doing everything legally. But they can still come after you even if you're doing stuff legally. They can sue you because they don't like the color of the website. Those little things a lot of people don't even know. They can actually take you and say, why is your website red? Target is red. Their website is red. Now you took their concept, so we're going to sue you just for that. I mean, they'll sue you for every little thing if you're not protected. And that's why we have this team to protect us wherever we go, whether it's in U.S. or outside the U.S. We're protected at all times, and if they ever attempt to, let me just say this, okay? Our compliance team is so strong that if they send us a letter to go to court for whatever reason, it won't go that far, because we have, one letter back to them will stop them, and they'll back off. It won't even make it to court. So that's how protected we are.
Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, yeah, sorry about that, guys. My computer is running slow because of the video camera, so it might be going in and out. I'd actually change spots here. But anyways, guys, so yeah, I love that, because what you're doing with this concept is one. I mean, Joe, I appreciate you coming out, because you're so transparent that you're willing to come out on a webinar live and speak to all of us and help help us understand, because you're not like some owner like hiding behind a website or something. You're not like saying, oh, hey, I'm this, and then you're not like you're like coming out and saying, hey, I'm doing this and this and this, and your transparency is so much where I've shown Sean and Tony, and then Paul has already shown me, but I've already seen like a video, and I can't show it on here because it has the company branding on it, but there's a video of the mining facility, which is really cool. And I saw that and I was like, wow, okay, this is really legit. And then we can't show like the contracts, but I actually personally saw the contracts of the mining facility, and that's the transparency I enjoy. And then not even that, you even like show like the proof of trading, where there's like companies out there that are promising this 1%, and people are saying, hey, I made like all this Bitcoin and I'm making $1 million a month and everything, and they're putting themselves in a spot to where the company's going to shut down because one U.S. official sees that, and then they go, okay, boom, it doesn't matter if the CEO's coming out. They're like putting all this name, like their name on the line with all this income and all this stuff, like people saying they're making all this money, and then boom, the SEC doesn't care. They'll just shut their butts down. So I really love how you're keeping even like the name, the private. And tell us like what will happen if people are saying stuff like that, if they're not. What will happen if people are not being compliant?
Well, unfortunately, this is the part where I don't like to talk about, because we respect and appreciate all of our clients. If you do, for whatever reason, go against our terms and conditions, and you don't want to comply with what we ask you to do, then by law, you can shut down your account, or you will lose your Bitcoins, and would ban you from ever entering our company again.
Cool. Well, that's good, because it means that you're protecting like the company, and you're protecting all of our investments. So we're not like, oh my God, this was like 100,000 people talking about like the name of this company and everything, and then they're saying how much they made and everything. So I really like how you're really protecting all of the members, huh?
Well, Tom, it's not only about protecting the company. If we ask you not to do it, it's not only they're going to come after us, they're going to go after you. So you're going to have to answer to them. And there's, I don't want to mention any names, but I know a few stories where the representatives themselves of the company were doing all these webinars and promoting, but because they used the wrong language, they went into the back of the police car and came into jail. So we don't want that to happen to anybody. And if we ask you to do something, it's not because of us. It's because of you too. So it's like if you don't understand that we're trying to protect you as well, then you don't deserve to be in our company. It's just that simple.
Yep, that makes sense. Does anyone else? Sean, do you have any more questions?
No. Hey, everybody. Everybody, if you could turn your mic off, if someone's got some feedback. If they're not talking.
Yeah.
Is that better? Yeah. Is that better?
Yeah. Who shut it off?
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, cool.
It's.
Anyways, that's good. Okay. Hey, I just got one question. It's about the I've never done any like binary stuff before, but I was just wondering, Joe, when does the binary does that daily thing, or is it like the Monday through Friday, or is it like once a week? I didn't know how that was paid.
Yeah, absolutely. Everything gets paid out daily. Okay, so whatever you made from, 1% gets paid daily, and the binary gets paid daily. But they're both being calculated, and then the total, the system totals up what your commissions are, and then you get paid. And just for fun, we added like a time clock in your back office where it counts back, and every day when it hits 10 p.m. Eastern time, the clock turns to 0. The system calculates the binary commissions, calculates the daily return, and then it starts the 24-hour time clock again. So yeah, you get paid daily.
Cool.
Except for the 1%. We don't pay that on the weekends. It's just Monday to Friday. But the binary, you still get paid on it.
Oh, cool. And then I saw in there you once your earnings and your commissions equal like 0.03 Bitcoin, you guys is it true? You just send it out? Everything is automated. And the reason why we added 0.03 accumulates to 0.03 is because we all know the transaction fees are so high, and since we're paying the transaction fees, a lot of companies are actually charging the client, but we take the transaction fees upon ourselves. So whatever your commissions is for that day, you get 100% of that commissions. We pay the transaction fee, and because the transaction fees are so high, it just doesn't make sense for the company to pay when you just made like 0.0001, something like that, if that's what your commissions is or something. So just to be fair, it's going to accumulate in your back office. You might not get it daily, depending on the package that you came in, depending on the binary, but you might wait a few days. But again, you don't lose any money; it just accumulates in your back office. So once it reaches 0.03, that's the beauty. The beautiful part about our system is everything is pretty much automated. It's hands off. You don't have to request withdrawals. You don't have to send support tickets. All you got to do is just add your wallet address in the back office, your desired wallet address, and we just pay that wallet address whenever you accumulate 0.03. No, that's a really cool feature. It's pretty cool. You don't have to ask. I've a lot of programs I've seen, like it seems to just kind of stay in the system there. And right. This is like, here, take it, man. Take your earnings, and it's pretty cool. I like the way it's set up.
Yeah, one of them I'm in. It's like it takes 7 days now to get paid. Once you put a request in, it's taking 7 days. So.
Yeah, we try to keep it user friendly. We have a lot of people that just are learning about cryptocurrency. I want to make sure that the viewers that are watching this don't think to yourself that, I see all great marketers on this webinar, and if I'm not a marketer, I won't be able to make any money. That's not true. The way we build this is just for anybody. I mean, you can sit back and do nothing and still get paid. Where else are you going to find a system that is passive? But at the same time, we give you the option and the opportunity, if you wish. We don't force you, or it's not mandatory to go out and bring your friends and family. But if you want to, because you see what we are doing, then that's already by choice. And go out and bring as many people as you can, and we will handsomely compensate for that. So. That's the best part of our system. Anybody can do it. If you're a seasoned marketer, or if you're just watching this and just learning about Bitcoins and learning about cryptocurrency, this is good for everybody.
Hey, Joe, are we on this, since it's a private investment, or I'm sorry, I can't say that, private private program, whatever. Are we able to say the packages, like how much Bitcoin we need to put in to do it on this webinar? Do you think?
Yeah,
Are we
absolutely. I mean, yeah, absolutely. Talking about the packages is not a big deal because actually it's on our website. So I recommend it.
Click your mic off.
Yeah, I hear my echo. There you go. I mean, the best way to do this. I mean, Tom, you're more than welcome to talk about the packages if you want to. But if you feel that you don't want to make this webinar too long, whoever is watching this, just get back to whoever you see here on the webinar, whoever invited you to this webinar, and just ask them for the website, and the website will actually break down the different packages, and you can see for yourself what you can start with, whatever you're comfortable with, and what's our highest package, what is a recommended package. Everything is pretty much black and white on the website. And that's pretty much it. But if you're more than welcome to talk about it here if you want to, Tom.
Well, I know we've been on for like over an hour and stuff like that, and I really appreciate you, Joe, for being on with us and everything. But real fast, wait, hold on a second. Wait, Joe, are you there? Seems like you're. Hey, Joe, did we lose you?
You dropped the mic.
You guys see Joe?
I think.
Oh, there you are. Okay, he turned off the mic. Okay. No, I mean, basically, guys, we're already going over an hour in here, which is cool. And we've asked Joe some amazing questions. I mean, if you guys want to see the packages or anything like that, I mean, get back with the person who guided you to this, video presentation, because the biggest thing that we want to do, guys, is show you a legit private program that will help you grow your Bitcoin and do it in a way where it's protected, it's safe, and we're using the right lingo so that we keep the program around for life, forever, So, and we wanted the actual CEO of the program because I'm actually not even going to tell you guys the name of it. That's how private it is. You guys actually have to go back with the person. You have to get back with Sean, Tony, Paul, Joe, myself, or whoever's watching this video who gave it to you. Get back with them, because I can't even tell you the name of the program, because we want to protect this program, and we want to make sure that we're using the right lingo with it so that you guys can be with us for the long haul, and it's protected from any outside forces that may try to come in and do stuff with our program, but it's okay because we're actually keeping it legit, we're keeping it safe. And we're keeping it so that we keep it around for a very long time. So, yeah, if you guys are watching this right now, yeah, definitely get back with one of the people that guided you to this video, this presentation, and they'll send you the link to the program with their link so that you guys can actually see the packages and get involved as well. Now, does anyone else have any other questions? Sean, Tony, Paul, any of you guys? You guys are cool?
I'm good. Hey, Joe,
right.
Thanks for being on. Hey, buddy. Thanks for coming on.
I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much.
All right, guys. Cool. All right, guys. Well, like I said, get back with the person that guided you to this video. Email them, whatever. Get back to them, and then go to their link, and then you guys can check out the program yourselves. Yeah. Email them, whatever, and then we'll see you guys very soon. God bless everyone. Peace.
Take care, guys.